Well, here we are up in the mountains of northern Pennsylvania. I'm up here with Keith Dreesman and his family, and there's only one reason why we're back at camp already. Check out what happened to us today in the deer woods. Okay, here it is, noon on the opening day of Rifle 2016 Pennsylvania, and Keith just dropped a nice looking mountain buck. We're up here in the big woods of PA. Lunchtime, when the other guys are going to the truck, that's when we stay in the woods, and one of the best times to be in. The guys start pushing some deer around. It looks like we benefited from that. Okay, Keith is down safe out of the tree. I could see his buck down in that little ravine dead, and I want to show everybody this is what we're dealing with. This is some of the hardest filming and hardest hunting in Pennsylvania right here. You got these clear cuts. These are old clear cuts, and they're grown up with all these saplings, and the deer like to move through them. And he had to try to wait for an opening and shoot that deer down here. Looked like he made a pretty good shot. It didn't go very far. It dropped it. And we try to stay right off those clear cuts. These guys have taught me to stay in these little openings right off the clear cuts. It's where the deer like to move through because it's so thick. They'll go in there in bed, but they come out and move through right against these clear cuts. And Keith's deer's laying right down over here. So let's go down and take a look. We gave his buck some time, and it's always safe to still head up to the animal with your rifle loaded and ready just in case. That is a good PA mountain buck right there. He's a horse of a deer, Keith. Look at his body. Man, he is a horse. Look at him. Look at his big old ears.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful buck.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Through the shoulder.
Nice shot. Get you a better look at him. Very respectable Pennsylvania buck, especially up here in the big woods. And this, Keith was just telling me, this is where his family hunts. They've been hunting for years, and this is your first one with the rifle up here?
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't beat it. So we saw our first deer. What time was it?
What was it, like 8?
Yeah, 8
About
o'clock.
8:10, I think I looked.
And those doe were going to walk right into us. And who knows, there could have been a buck behind with them. We saw 4 doe.
Yeah.
And then that was it, kind of game over.
When that one walked up on us, and I'm like, I could see deer moving way back here in that thicket. I'm like, oh man, it's probably the buck too. But it worked out.
Yes, it did. We probably heard, what, 4 shots on this mountain this morning? 4 different shots on this mountain.
Yeah. Yep.
And then here it is, noon. I'm getting ready to grab my little soup for lunch, and I hear something to my left. I look down at Keith, and he was looking one way. I was watching the other way, and he instantly looks up at me, and he gives me that look like, here comes a buck. And that's all it took. I got the camera out, looked up, I could see the buck coming, and then you could probably tell in the video, it's just so darn hard to figure out where the heck you're going to shoot one of these things.
You know, and most of the guys are going to get soup, or you know.
Yeah, everybody's headed back to the truck, and that's why we decided to stay in all day. Makes a difference.
Crap. Oh yeah.
What they look like?
That's a handy too. Oh yeah.
Oh, that one. Nice one. Yeah. Well, I'll say.
Yeah, that's real nice.
Looks like good sized deer too.